What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some more interesting news, breaking news. Former three-time junior middleweight world champion, former undisputed junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Jermell Ironman Charlo. 35 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 2 losses, 1 draw. 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11" and a half with a 73.5-inch arm reach. Jermell Charlo is now officially beltless. All of the sanction bodies have now stripped Jermell Charlo. He has just vacated his WBA, World Boxing Association title with President Gilberto Mendoza, and Jermell Charlo now has no belt. He has the IBF mandatory that he's about to lose that IBF mandatory. He has the WBA he just relinquished. The WBC just put him as champion recess, essentially stripping him. And we already know he's been stripped of the WBO as Tim Tszyu has been elevated. This just puts Jermell Charlo's career in question. Now the WBA title, you're going to get Madrimov and Karbinov. They're going to fight for his WBA title March 8th. So Jermell Charlo, is his career over? Or is he moving up? Jermell Charlo has a DV case that he's dealing with. If you don't know, that's with your significant other, DV. Abbreviated. Jermell Charlo has that loss to Canelo Alvarez September 30th, 2023, Las Vegas, Nevada, a bad outing. And these mandatories, he's not looking to satisfy. And since Jermell Charlo has had this case with his significant other, Jermell Charlo has been MIA, missing in action. So it almost comes across as Jermell Charlo is complacent. He got that big payday he was looking for. He got the break that he was looking for, essentially. And now Jermell Charlo is, moving on, right, with his boxing career. Now, he's only 33 years of age. Immediately following after fight, he stated that he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. Him and Terrence Crawford was drawn back and forth. And now Jermell Charlo, essentially is beltless. Completely stripped of all his belts. WBO to Tim Tszyu. WBA is now up for grabs March 8th. IBF, he has the mandatory. He did not satisfy. In the WBC, he is champion in recess. Essentially, that's a nice way of them putting it, that he's stripped. So what's next for Jermell Charlo? Where can he go next? Who can he fight? What can he do? If he had a better outing, a better performance, a better effort against Canelo Alvarez, you could justify the Terrence Crawford fight, right? But it just seemed like going back down to 154. He said, I'm still a king of 154. Going back down to 154 and challenging Tim Tszyu seemed like the right thing to do. But now, is Jermell Charlo going to go to 160? Because it looks like his identical twin brother, Jermall Charlo, is moving on from 160. So he can go to 160 and fight for those belts at 160, become a 2-division champion. But this DV case that Jermell Charlo has going on, the personal issues that Jermell Charlo has going on, has really, along with the fact that he just lost to Canelo Alvarez, has really rocked the boat for Jermell Charlo. Really rocked the boat on Jermell Charlo. He was at the high, the best fight at 154, on the verge of massive marquee fights. He got the Canelo Alvarez fight, lost, had this situation, and just free fall down, right? And so with that said, lost opportunities. A bunch of lost opportunities for Jermell Charlo. Again, he could go to 160. Jermell Charlo is going to move on. Looks like that situation with Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez, that's a very muddy situation. As it was stated that Jermell Charlo is going to get the Canelo Alvarez fight, Cinco de Mayo, May 4th. Now it's said that Jermell Charlo is not going to get the fight May 4th. So that's a problem. But with that said, you know, this is truly unfortunate. Just tail it off. Is Jermell Charlo getting ready to head down the path that Keith Thurman was on? Right? I wanted to see Jermell Charlo matched up against so many guys. I wanted to see him Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, so many different fights. But it seems to have went by the wayside. It has went by the wayside, people. And now Jermell Charlo is beltless. He's beltless, people. He don't have a belt. So we got to see what's next for Jermell Charlo, right? Jermell Charlo seems to be spiraling out of control. And Jermell Charlo is now beltless. He's beltless, people. So with that said, we got to see where this goes, how this ends up, what direction he goes. Maybe he's just waiting. Clearly, he's done at 154. He's done at 154. This opens up the path for Errol Spence to move up and become a 2-division world champion without having to go through Jermell Charlo now. He just cleared the path for Errol Spence to come to 154 and not have to go through him. Now Errol Spence can fight the likes of Tim Tszyu. He could fight for the vacant WBC. Well, the vacant WBC title is going to be Sebastian Fundora's fighting for that title. So Sebastian Fundora, I expect him to win. Tim Tszyu can win. Now we have the IBF is vacant. Errol Spence could go that route. Or, you know, he can go the route of, you know, he could go the route of you know, the IBF. He could go to WBA. He could go to WBC, make himself the mandatory possibly for those belts. So let's see how this unfolds. But he just opened the path for Errol Spence to go to 154, seeing as though Errol Spence is not going to, you know, compete against Terrence Crawford in a rematch. Now he can face off against Errol Spence for that. I mean, now Errol Spence can fight to become a 2-division world champion without having to go through Jermell Charlo now, right? So he just cleared the path for Errol Spence to fight any other one of those champions for a world championship, to become a 2-division world champion without having to go through Jermell Charlo. And again, this is just an indication. Jermell Charlo is done with 154. There's no way he's going to go back to 154 and try to attempt to collect all these belts again. He's either going to go to 160 or he's done with the sport of boxing. Or maybe he goes to 68, because that he jumped up 2 weight classes from 54 to 68 to challenge Canelo Alvarez. So maybe he goes to 160, 168 and just looks to become a world champion there. But it's more likely, in my opinion, that he goes to 154 and looks to become a world champion at 154. So this is very, very, you know, interesting. But he just opened the path for his brother Errol Spence to become a world champion in 2 separate weight classes without having to go through him. Errol Spence more than likely can get the IBF route, because with Mr. Darryl Peoples, he held that belt since 2017. He held that belt for 6 years. And the WBC route, right? Mauricio Suleiman has a great relationship with Errol Spence. So he could go the WBC route and become a world champion, fighting Sebastian Fundora, or fighting the winner of, you know, Magomedov versus, keep forgetting who it is now fighting for those belts. But, you know, he could go that route. Now, Errol Spence, right? So Karbinov versus Madrimov. He could fight the winner of that fight and try to pick up that belt. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.